Hello and welcome back to episode 13 of our Corvette ZR-1 project. Thank you so much for your support on the last video. We're back from the show now and we're back on the drive. And if you've seen the little YouTube short or the post that I did, we have a box. Amazingly quick turnaround from Paul at the SAAB Clinic. But before I do that, I just want to say thanks to Lee Gaffigan. I don't know if this will be in shot. For sending us these. These are awesome. These are little cam cover decals. They're really nice quality. So thank you very much, Lee, for sending those over. So if yours are tired and not looking very good, get yourself over to Lee's eBay and pick up a set. They're really nice. So yeah, big thank you, Lee. We really appreciate that.
That's going to make it look brand new in there.
Yeah, that'll make them look really nice, won't it?
Big change.
So the moment of truth, guys. We're not going to do any holding back of any information. We're going to get this ECU and get it plugged in and see if the car starts. So it's come with a little SAAB Clinic. Superior tuning potential for your SAAB if you've got a SAAB and you're watching this, or even a ZR-1 with a broken ECU maybe.
Or even a normal C4. Anything GM, I think.
Anything GM and you're in the UK, give Paul a shout. He's an absolute legend. I really can't thank you enough, Paul, for doing this. I'll insert a photo of what Paul offers, but basically performance remaps and all the prices are on here as well. Tech 2 diagnostics, so that's really useful for Corvette owners as well. Dash cluster refurbishment, so I would imagine that Paul would be able to fix a pixelated display in a C4. Any kind of electronics to do with SAAB and GM, he's your man. So Paul, I know I've said it before, massive thanks for doing this. So let's get this plugged in and see if it runs. There you go.
Oh, they put that on tight. I'm just going to bolt it in. I'm just going to clip it in.
Just clip it in.
I'm too impatient. This is all in the right order, isn't it? I'm assuming that you can't put it in. You can put it any order, so yeah, that's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah. I've left them so that they're
in the correct order.
In the correct order.
I think there'd be, there might be keys on them. I've not looked in close enough, but they all look the same.
Will this cure our fault? Hopefully if Chris plugs them in properly it will do.
Yeah.
Is that all buttoned up?
That's buttoned up.
All right then, let's do it. So I'm going to park the camera and you can do the honours, Chris.
I don't like to rush things. I like to clip them in carefully and make sure I don't want to bend anything. It'll spoil the excitement.
So here we go then, the moment of truth.
Just check for cobwebs. Oh, tell you've been in here last.
Yes.
Oh.
Right then, so this is the first start after the ECU with the reflowed solder joints. And I didn't actually talk about the repair that Paul had done. But basically, he checked all the MOSFETs, they all checked out fine. The fault seemed to be cracked solder joints around the 4 connector points. So on the back of it, just here, you got these 4 big plugs, and on the inside of the housing, on the PCB, Paul found a load of dodgy dry joints on there. In the last episode, if you've watched it, obviously my friend James in the music studio had a look, but because it had that coating, we didn't want to mess around with it too much. We wanted to give it to someone that knew what they were looking at. Anyway, enough chat. Let's start it, see what happens. First
things first, that's the clearest the display has ever looked.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. All the fuel looks 100% clear.
Yeah?
Absolutely, don't get any better than that. Absolutely perfect. The display has never looked that good, has it?
No, the displays never look that good. That's true. Cool.
Shall we go for it?
Please work. It might take a minute to sort itself out. How's that?
It's running a lot smoother.
That sounds really smooth.
I've got service engine soon, but that might be because I've got low coolant.
Could be, yeah.
Service ride control, which what you'd expect. We're not driven anywhere.
Well, the service engine soon, it might just need a restart to clear it. But that is running so much smoother, isn't it?
It's running lovely, yeah.
Guys, we did it. I think we found the fault.
Lovely oil pressure.
That sounds really healthy now, doesn't it?
Smooth as anything.
Wow.
The low coolant has disappeared. Is the coolant low?
The coolant's slightly low because I've drained it partially to take the plenum off.
Ah, okay, so it's probably circulated a bit.
Yeah.
It's probably lifted the thing enough. That sounds
really smooth.
Yeah, peachy. I think it's time to take it for an MOT.
I wonder if the sunshine's got anything to do with the fault curing itself. Feels like it might do, but probably not. We're going to top the coolant up, and I reckon what we should do is check around all the bulbs, horn, etc.
Do like a pre-MOT.
And we'll try and do a bit of a pre-MOT check. The MOT tester's letting me film inside the MOT station, so we'll give you an overview of the underneath of the car, which we've not really seen yet. And we may leave it with the O2 sensors for the MOT tester to fit the O2 sensors afterwards, possibly.
Up in the air, it's going to be so much easier.
We don't know yet. We haven't got a plan. We are absolutely stoked that this thing's running now. So it's exciting times, isn't it?
I think, yeah, I mean, it might pass an MOT. Doubtful.
It might do. It's doubtful, but
it might do.
Look, if it doesn't pass the MOT, we'll have a list.
We'll know what's wrong.
So yeah. So we'll get the coolant topped up, and then we're just going to start checking all the bulbs and stuff like that, getting it ready for an MOT. Doesn't it feel like things have moved on suddenly so quickly? Now it runs properly.
Well, yeah, you could drive it now. Yeah, potentially. Ish.
Right, so there's one last thing we've got to do with this ECU, and that's to stick the sticker of success on there. Where do you reckon, Chris? Should we put it there? Or do you want to put it on the top? I think on the front, just there.
That will, yeah, that'll do, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the right gap, isn't it?
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, look at that. Spot on, that is. What a guy. Give him a call. If you've got a problem with your car, give Paul a call and he'll look after you. Let's hope that this is the last time we have to mess around with this ECU. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah, it's hopefully it means now we can get on to making it look good and drive good. That's the thing. We'll actually be able to clean it up, get it on the road and blow the cobwebs.
Yeah. It'd be nice to drive it to the MOT station, won't it?
See no reason why you can't, really.
I think it needs a bit of air in one of the tyres.
Oh, yeah, nothing.
We'll check them anyway.
Yeah, nothing major.
Awesome.
The tyres they have tread on them.
Yeah, they're just a bit old, aren't they?
They're not massive. I wouldn't want to drive on them, don't get me wrong. But as far as MOTing is concerned,
yeah, it should. They might scrape a pass.
They might pass with you need to change those tyres immediately.
Yeah. We've had a few comments on Chris's bike, so we thought we'd just give you a bit of a tour of it while we're making this video. So over to you then, Chris. You know about it. I've not got a clue about bikes.
It's a 404.
Yeah.
Main reason I bought it, as everyone who probably buys 404s, is for the exhaust pipes on the other side.
So people like it because it's got a 4-branch manifold.
4-into-1 manifold, that's just stock. One of the first small 4-cylinder bikes, might even be the first.
So what engine is it? 400cc?
400cc.
And what year is it?
77, I think this one is, but they came out a bit earlier than that.
I love the yellow.
Yeah, banana, flying banana, as they were called. This one's called custard, if that'll focus.
Custard cream.
The fellow who had it before, his missus had a red one, they called rhubarb, and this one was called custard. They had two of them together. It's been all over the place, went to Spain. I didn't ride it to Spain, but he did. But it's a good bike, nice bike. Has an oil leak because it's 404.
So UK, if you're American and you're wondering about UK plates.
Oh yeah.
It's what we'd say is an old S-Reg, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
A Suffix S-Reg,
yeah,
which is a 1978, is it?
About 78, 77, 78.
78. So you can tell by basically the 3 digits at the front, the VTT, that's
that would be the area
of registration.
Which I don't know where that is.
And the number on the end.
Anyone knows?
The number on the end is the
year.
And it's always a crossover, isn't it, of 2 years?
Yeah,
Same on the cars.
September to September, isn't it? I think.
So on this one, H.
90.
H is 1991, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there we go. There's a quick look at Christopher's bicycle. Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Right, I've topped the water up. I'm going to leave this in the car so that when we drive it to the MOT station, if it starts to run hot, we'll put some more in, but there's definitely plenty of coolant in there. I can hear the blower motors on.
Yeah.
Are the fans working?
Fans are working, even the vents are flipping between the top and the bottom.
Say that again.
The vents are flipping between the bottom and the top and the screen, and so all that works.
Oh, that's good.
It doesn't smell too bad either. I think it's finally sort of aired out.
Do you think we should get it regassed when it goes to the garage?
Why not have a go?
We'll do that as well then, get the aircon regas. Put that there for now. Shall we do an MOT pre-check now?
Let's do an MOT. Yeah, shall we?
Or shall we go and see that Smash C5 and then come back and do it?
Yeah, well we need to see that Smash C5, don't we? We just need to see him. Good point, forgotten all about it.
Very locally to us, there's a C5 that's been rolled, and we're just gonna go and take a look around it. The seller may or may not, well, I say a seller, the cars might not be for sale, but there's a chance that we might be able to get some parts off it for our other C5s. So we're going to take a run out and go and have a look at that, and if I can film the car, I will do. If he doesn't want us to film it, then that's fine, we won't. And then we'll come back and start to prat around and get this ready for an MOT. Well, not ready for an MOT, but ready to drive it to the MOT for a massive failure sheet.
Yeah, more than likely.
It will be interesting what it comes back with, and we're going to share everything with you, so we'll go through the entire list of what it's failed on. Who knows, it might pass. We think that we are going to change the tyres, but we think the tyres might be a failure. But let's see anyway. So in the next little clip, you might be looking around a Smash C5 with us, or we might be checking the light bulbs and stuff. And here it is, the rolled C5. I'm looking forward to seeing it in a weird way. So we're not sure what's happening with this car, but it might be that it might be for sale, or there might be some bits that the guy that owns it's willing to sell, so we can get the tarp off and have a look. But I'll wait for him to get here. Has that smashed?
Glass is smashed by the looks of it,
Yeah, glass is smashed, isn't it? Yeah.
It's bad, it makes you feel ill.
I bet it does, yeah.
It's only done for 54,000 miles.
It's a massive shame that is, isn't it? Look at the state of it.
Yeah, and if you want to do a video on it,
Oh, thanks.
recovery.
Oh, okay.
Up on 4 slings
Yeah.
on each wheel. Took it to their yard, and it sat there for a month before the police engineer passed it off. No faults on the car, no mechanical defects, nothing that would have caused the accident, because he tried to say there was. And I've kept it here ever since.
They don't roll on their own, do they?
No.
Even if there's a fault with it, they don't
No,
suddenly roll.
They don't. And you can't tell me that hasn't been rolled.
Yeah.
Wow. God,
He's
it's
done a job of it.
not in a good way at all, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, the big bonus is that, strangely, it hasn't damaged the radiator. The engine's fine.
So it does run then?
Yeah. Get another black lizard in the living room. Bugger off.
Lizards?
Yeah, we'll get lizards around here as well.
Look at that.
Yeah,
There's hundreds of them here.
It's like being in France.
So the battery, it was cracked and leaking, so I've got another battery there. We can probably put that on and see if it will go. It should do.
Let's give it a whirl then. Oh, it's such a shame, isn't it? Because I can tell it was a
Honestly, this thing was mint.
really clean car, yeah.
Yeah, it was mint. I mean, that interior, I had them seats done proper, especially.
Yeah, it's a lovely
They
interior,
were
isn't it?
all light oak before, and I didn't like them, so I had them done. I've had the car 8 years.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's never been out in winter, usually.
It's a well-spec'd car as well.
It is.
Yeah, it's got all the ride control.
Yeah, it was a hell of a thing.
Did it injure him?
He's in a wheelchair for life.
Because of this?
Yeah.
So he was fine before,
yeah,
and he's ended up in a wheelchair?
On his wedding day.
Oh, God, that's awful, isn't it?
It just gets worse, doesn't it? And, you know, I have a deal of sympathy for him. Until I found out that the week before he wrote this one off, he wrote his fiance's car off. So he's a bit of a liability.
Yeah, he sounds like it.
But, you know, I like the bloke. I got on with him.
That's really, it's really sad, but also it's terrible for you to end up with a ruined car that you can't do anything with.
Insure it.
And it wasn't insured. No.
Basically, I've got, if I want to, I've got to take him to court.
So what are you actually going to do about it then?
Well,
because it can't stay here indefinitely, can it?
no. The point is now, I've given him the opportunity, because he did say originally, you know, maybe I could buy the car, but he's in a wheelchair. What's he going to do with it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that is not where my brain is at the moment. My brain is to get it out my sight, because it upsets me.
I can imagine. And you see it every day.
It's tragic.
And you know, it's like the police said, the tyres were all virtually brand new, which they are. The brakes were perfect, no faults on the car at all.
Straight up.
Tells you all you need to know, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A bit noisy because he's got hole in the exhaust now.
Yeah, you're lucky that the engine's survived. It might be because the airbox isn't aligned up.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I bet you're getting starvation.
That's running at 40 psi on tick over.
Yeah, if that was enclosed, because it's metered down at the bottom, isn't it?
That's right. It'll be metering wrong. But the engine is mint.
Yeah, it's really clean under there as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Watch your fingers, Chris.
Still got
Still pulling air in.
yeah, yeah. That's all it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all there's no bearing noises, no nothing. This thing always runs.
Yeah, as soon as I let go of that.
Yeah, it's just hunting.
It runs really smooth, doesn't it?
It does. It's a lovely engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the LS1.
Oh, it's an absolute crying shame to see it in this state.
I'll be honest with you, it broke my heart.
Annoyingly, I lost the audio on this clip for some reason, but what I was basically saying here is what a massive shame it was about that C5. And we were talking with the owner about potentially maybe buying the car or buying some bits. At the moment it's in the air, so more to be revealed on that soon, but I think it's far too crashed to try and fix it. I think the main issue is probably the rollover hoop. But you let us know in the comments, you tell us what you would do with that car or what you think that we maybe could do. We're open to ideas, so yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about that C5. It's definitely interesting. Yeah, a little bit sort of weird to see one in such a bad state. Anyway, on with the video. If there's a twin on the bottom, we're going to have to do the same as before.
Yeah.
Just rip it out.
I think they're all going to be like that, I'm honest.
I think what we'll do is, yeah, I agree with you. We'll change every single bulb. So we'll just...
Especially these back ones. I mean, these are all full of water all the time and slugs and things. It might not be quite so bad everywhere else, but these are, I think, brake lights and indicators on the rear are quite important.
Yeah, I don't know if is that going to be in focus on the camera?
I've no idea why it's got a twin filament bulb there. It really,
yeah, they're not the best.
I think it's worth just changing all of those. I don't think you've got any anyway, so.
They're really weird bulbs, aren't they? Just show us the bulb.
Well, it's like a cabinet bulb.
We were lucky to pick those up, weren't we?
Probably one thing.
So I've just been to the hardware shop, just around the corner. Really nice old-fashioned shop. And he's basically got the majority of the bulbs. The only ones that he doesn't have are those, but we're going to paint them orange. Should do the job. Right, we're making progress, and third brake light's done.
All done.
All the rear bulbs have all been replaced. Side marker bulbs are good. We'll test all of these afterwards. So we realised that we needed to fit the wipers. So I fitted them, but obviously the wiper blades are dangerously bad. So I've just put some cloths under there to start with. This wiper blade is on pretty much, but the clip, which you can see there, has broken off. So the plan, on the other side, the clip broke off when we were removing it. So I'm going to take a drill bit, going to drill a hole into there and then tap a machine screw in there to pin it onto the spindle. I'll do this side first. I'm not entirely sure how successful this is going to be, but we'll see. So here goes. At the end of the day, if we need to, we can replace the wipers. This is purely just to get it through a test. Ooh. Don't want to go through the screen. We're through into the spindle. So hopefully it's just a case of finding the right size bolt. Maybe that one. It's a little bit of a Frankenstein fix this, but if it works, I'm happy. Just going to get us out of trouble. It's really soft metal, so I'm guessing that the screw's just going to tap itself in, which it seems to be doing. You got the screwdriver? Can I borrow it a sec?
Phillips.
Yeah, one like that, but longer.
Don't we all?
And that's probably not one of my finest moments of engineering, but I think it's going to get us through the MOT at least. And then maybe we'll buy some new wiper arms in the future. Just don't want it to come off.
Ain't going nowhere, is it?
What do you reckon? Think that's all right?
Ain't going nowhere, that.
That'll do, won't it? I'll do the other side off camera, because sure you don't want to see that terrible bit of workmanship twice. Oh, and I forgot to say, amazingly, the washer thing was full of fluid, and I thought, God, it's going to be absolutely like a non-starter with the washer fluid. But we've tested it, and it works perfectly. So the actual washer pump and all of the lines and everything going to the wipers work fine. So the wash wipe is working really well. I've just noticed that there, which is retaining the pipe, has broken off. So we're going to have to do a bit of...
That seems like a job for a cable tie.
Bit of cable tie engineering on that, 100%. But we'll sort that out when we change the wipers. So I'm just going to drill this other hole in there, and I think we'll call it done on the wipers after that.
It's been a warm one.
It has been a warm one today. Cool, all right. So we've done as much prep as we can for the MOT test. We've changed all the lights, made sure that all of the lights are working. The orange ones in the front we've got to paint tomorrow, which is a bit of a pain before the MOT. And the wiper blades. We've got to get new wiper blades from somewhere, which I'm hoping that we can find en route. Should we run round?
Just double check.
Yep, so we'll double check everything.
Do the MOT, horn light, all that kind of thing. The horn is also not brilliant.
The horn is terrible.
But it is there. That's pretty.
Does that pass as a horn?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Let us know in the comments, guys. Do you think that horn is going to pass the MOT? Do it again.
It's coming round.
It's about the same as the one that was in my Toyota Supra.
To be fair, the engine isn't running, so maybe it'd be better with a bit more voltage.
Try it then.
Let's do a bit of engine running.
Go out of gear, yeah.
It's actually the same.
I think it's all right. I think it's twin horn, but one of the horns is broken.
Yeah.
But that might scrape a pass. Right then, let's try the light. So put it in reverse. We're good. We're good on the reverse lights, brakes. Chris has fixed the 4-segment brake light on the top, the high-level brake light. Indicators. Go on. Right. Okay. Front pop-ups.
I haven't done the back lights.
What's that?
Back lights?
Oh, back lights. Go on then. Yeah, tail lights. They're working. They look a bit dim in this light, but they're working. Isn't it running nice? And then we'll do the front lights then. They're all good. Yeah, that's on. Yeah, that's all good.
Right indicator.
It's all looking good.
Left indicator.
Right then, give us a demo of these wipers.
I'm a bit nervous.
Just push it so that the spray works. They won't scratch the screen. There you go. Jobs are good, and so with new wiper blades, they should be okay. So the only thing left we need to do is just air the tyres up, which I'll do now.
Just cut out. It's just cut out.
What, the car has?
Yeah.
Give it another go.
Maybe it just stalled out.
Running badly again. Engine light on.
Is the battery definitely tightened up?
You could try it. Oh, this is frustrating. It's now looking like the engine's not running properly again after all that excitement. So Chris is just checking to see if the battery is tightened up properly, but
battery's on nice and tight.
Yeah, I'm not hopeful. No. Give it another go, Chris, and see what happens.
Come on, car. Let's be having you.
Oh. It's exactly the same fault as before, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not as smooth as it was.
No, definitely not.
Right, this is really frustrating. We've spent the whole video basically looking forward to getting it MOT'd and it's not working. I'll just run it and we can just show you what happens. So if I start the car. All right, no codes. Okay, so it's running perfectly.
Yeah.
Shut the bonnet. We literally just shut the bonnet and it stopped running properly.
As soon as I shut the bonnet.
It's cut out. So if I start it again, if I pop this, what I'll do is I'll start it, and if you bang on the ECM, and see how that changes it, yeah? Just do it once, Chris. I'll do it again. Anyway, that is really, really annoying, isn't it? So what do you want to do? We're not going to be able to take it for an MOT, are we? Does that draw us to the end of the video then? So annoying. Yeah, at least the bulbs work. So there you have it. It's another very, very, very frustrating day. It's a really lovely sunny day, but as usual with this car, it's not working properly. So yeah, I think we'll contact Paul and get the ECU back off to him and then go from there. I'm hoping it is dry joints, because I'm sure when I was beating on the ECU, it was it changed it, and it was running really well to start with.
Must be another dodgy dry joint.
So there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a mixed bag, this video. Thanks for watching, and we will keep you posted. Cheers.